Here is a multimedia data Discman, and it's a Sony electronic book player, DD-10EX. This plays the EBXA electronic book format, which is a 90s electronic book format, which could do multimedia. And by multimedia, that means it could show text or graphics on a 200 by 256 black and white screen. And by black and white, I don't mean grayscale, I mean the pixels were either on or off, and that's it. So let's have a look at one of the discs that this could play. And this is very similar indeed to a 3.5 inch floppy disk. So it is thicker, but otherwise the dimensions are pretty much identical. So it does have a little open thing here, and how can we ignore that, right? So let's have a look inside at the disc, and there it is. It's a mini CD. So back when CD-ROM was just starting out, Sony decided to make a electronic book reader. This is the early days of ebook readers. Let's have a quick look at this in the unit. So we lift this up here, and there's the optical drive mechanism. We've got the laser and the spindle. Insert the disc and it opens. You can see the disc there, and down it goes. Press play and the thing starts up. We'll adjust some contrast. There we go. This is a Japanese to English dictionary, so not going to get in much but Japanese here. Let's see, we'll start the thing up. Well, that's not going to help too much. Right, to eject the disc, we'll just lift it up. And that's really a very satisfying eject mechanism, I must say. But I want to actually put some other books in this. Now, fortunately, there is online a shareware program that can encode books into the EBXA book format and put them onto a mini CD, such as this CDR here. Now, most of the books for this thing were pretty much mostly non-fiction style books. Dictionaries, encyclopedias, travel books, movie guides, the Bible. There was basically no fiction available for this thing. So I've successfully encoded my own ebook disc with some fiction books on it. Unfortunately, the program itself is running in demo mode, and the author David Bradshaw's uncontactable. But that doesn't matter. I'm happy that I've got 7 books here that I can now read. And we can boot this up and go into it. Gives us a copyright, and we can now read some Douglas Adams. Skip down along to page 5, and there we go. That's pretty readable. I'm happy with that. So this thing also has a backlight function. I'm going to turn off the lights now. Okay, there we go. And the backlight's on, and it's a pretty nice electroluminescent display. These electroluminescent displays were pretty common back in the 1990s. And this one's actually pretty bright. I really like it. I'm now going to test the video out function on this unit, and this thing can output either PAL, CCAM or NTSC, and it can do that because it's not outputting any color signals, it's just changing the number of lines and the frame rate to give the different video signal outputs. So since this outputs black and white video, we are going to use a black and white TV to have a look at the image. Okay, we're going to plug in a cable into the video out here, and I've got the cable here going into this RF modulator so that I can input into the TV. Okay, now the modulator needs 5 volts, and I don't have a socket for the power input, so I'm just going to hook onto ground and hook 5 volts onto power to power the RF modulator. Okay, let's power up that TV and turn on the book reader, and there it is. We have our screen. So now we can read books on the TV, which maybe that's something you would have wanted to do, I don't know. Yeah, well, that works. Okay, time to look at the audio functions of this unit. Now, this unit is actually faulty. It outputs hardly any audio. It's very, very faint. So, time to take it apart, have a look inside, and see if we can get it to produce some proper audio. So let's take it apart and have a look. There we go. That's a metal plate on the bottom there. Okay. Okay, so we have a custom Sony chip here with a number on it. Okay, well that screw there, that is a screw holding the board in, and it's so corroded I didn't see it. So I'll take that one out. Okay, so I don't have a service manual for any of the Sony Data Discman, so working out how to take this apart it's a little bit tricky. Okay. There we have our 90s LCD, and we can really see that the glass goes quite a bit way out, and we've got 4 on chip glass. Okay, there's the main board. Okay, we've got quite a lot of custom Sony chips on this side. Okay, so the volume control is giving me a bit of trouble because I can't seem to turn the volume up very loudly. I can see here beside this capacitor we've got some copper oxide. It's possible that capacitor has leaked. I'll have to clean that up and have a look. Okay, so I'm going to press the switch to tell the unit that it is actually closed and play. Okay, we've got audio now. Sometimes when you're fixing something, you can cause trouble. So you've got to watch out for these wires. When one comes off, you're going to have to fix it. So now we know where this corrosion came from on that screw. It's just near the capacitor that I replaced. Okay, with that audio repair done, I'm going to put in another burnt CD with some music on it. Let's power that up. Put in our headphones. Adjust contrast on the screen. There we go. 8 tracks on this disc. Play. There we go. Volume up. Yep, I can hear something through the headphones. Now skip track. Okay, so that's it. That's the Sony Data Discman.